It is your coach, Carla Nicole. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, it is Friday, and yesterday I did a little bit of conversation, not too long, but I talked a little bit about how the elements are treating us in these last couple of days. Um, if you don't know, I am Coach Carla Nicole. I am a living soul coach, and I'm also a wisdom coach. So I do a lot, not just this. Anyway, welcome, welcome. Please, by all means, be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss when I go live. And also be sure to share this, comment, tell me who you are, where you're from. You know what I mean? I like to know who my viewers are. So I'm going to give you a chance to come in. I want to talk a little bit today about today's dates. I don't know if you watched yesterday, but yesterday I talked about how currently the elemental changes going on atmospherically is really impacting emotion. It's really impacting a lot of people's, frustration. Um, Sometimes they're quick to anger. They can feel a little bit just off, just off. And, hey, not all days are going to be beautiful with daffodils and roses. So, unfortunately, every month has different waves and challenges to it. Unfortunately, it's just what it is. But yes, it's Friday. I know everybody's glad that this is the end of their work week. Most people that's still working, they just want to be glad that this is the last day or whatever. But today is going to feel a little off because um, there's some things going on in the elements that I should share with you. So, yesterday I explained how there's elements that impacts our living souls. And so I want to share with you real quick what elements are dominating, what elements aren't really activated at all, so that we're able to kind of figure out, well, how do I need to navigate today? Should I be a little bit quicker to not react? Should I hold back going off? Yes, actually, today is a day you want to hold back. Hey, Matt. Hey, so glad you came. Glad you're here. So a lot of times you want to make sure that you're holding back, not really getting too caught up in what's going on. So today is a day, I'm giving you a heads up. Today is the day to hold back. Sometimes on certain days we have to bite our tongue. Today's the day. It is not a day to just go off on people because today is elements are just really off. So let me share with you something. So there's 5 elements that I went over yesterday. There's your earth wood element, there's your air element, fire element, water, and air. Okay, we have 5 elements. And depending upon the elements atmospherically and where they're rolling and how they're kind of moving, impacts us to a different degree. All of us. It's just what it is. Okay? So, check this out. Today is May 9th. So, unfortunately, today, the metal is assertive and it is asserting its influence. Okay? In the atmosphere, which is causing a clash up against the earth wood dominance. So this is why it is causing for the water that's normally flowing It's really impacting the flow. This is why you're feeling a little bit quicker to anger. You're feeling a little bit agitated easier. You're actually able to get. Unfortunately, we're able to get offended, really, and we don't want to be. But today is the day that we can find ourselves easily offended to things. So I'm just trying to help you see why this metal that is high and is highly assertive atmospherically, environmentally, is really clashing up against the earth wood. Now, if you can remember yesterday, I talked about how the earth wood is dominant right now. So the water isn't really flowing, which means emotions can't really be mastered, if you will. Even us that are good with mastering emotions, we have to really be on guard, because even those of us that master emotions well, we can find ourselves in between a rock and a hard place and find ourselves really quick to anger and not even realize that it happened so fast. We have to be very aware of the quick to anger triggers. So this is why I tell you that when you learn about your own personal archetypes, there are 4 archetypes we have in our living soul. We have a earth archetype, we have a moon archetype, a sun archetype, and an entire soul archetype. When you start to learn these archetypes about yourself, you start to realize, ooh, there's a lot of things about me I know. And in learning my archetypes, it actually helps me to navigate in days like this so that I can prepare myself with the triggers that go off quick. Because remember, I spoke about the water flow. So when the water flow is low, for some of us that have a lot of water in our own makeup, in our own elemental makeup personally, water we can kind of cover because we have our own, okay? However, because we don't necessarily have that, we'll end up finding ourselves between a rock and a hard place, because those that don't have a actual high amount of water in their personal element, what's going to happen is they're going to feel just emotionally drained. And so when someone isn't feeling emotionally heightened, emotionally well, feeling okay emotionally, like, oh, I'm good, I'm not feeling any ways, I'm not feeling back and forth on things. When you don't have that and the water flow is low, what happens is you will start to realize that, ooh, my emotions are going way off. Because they're going way off, you're finding yourself very annoyed quickly. So here's what I want you to understand. Today, the air element is very weak. And because it's weak, it helps us to lead in our lack of fresh perspective. So what does that mean? That means that sometimes people can bring you things that will want to give you a different way to see something, and today is not the day that you're going to be receptive of it, because the air element is low in the day today. Again, these elements impact how we, unfortunately, how we feel, how we actually relate to people, how we feel inside internally. Sometimes even those that have a tendency to be depressed or to be easily offended, it's heightened today. So this is why I'm telling you, if you feel the way, don't get too bothered by it. Just understand that this is the day of the low elements of water and airflow. And so because of that, emotions are easily triggered. Okay, now check this out. You will find yourself over reliant on structure and routine. So if you are someone that really enjoys doing things in patterns, you have something you do all the time and you don't want to break pattern. Today is going to be you're going to be very highly reliant on that. So understand, because of the fact that you have different approaches with different new things that come into your life, or new things, new activities, new people. This is the reason why, because you rely more on structure, you rely more on having that balance of understanding, or not only understanding, but you're confident in routine, you're confident in familiarity. And I get that, but today you're going to be overly reliant on it. So I got some challenges for you as your coach to do today, because I know that you that have the patterns and you don't really go outside the box and you don't really like anything different, you don't really want to meet other people, you're kind of quiet and reserved. I got something for you today. This is going to be a good day for this. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and definitely don't forget to share this and keep commenting. Let me know how you're feeling. And let me know how your day is going. Are you starting to feel that, ooh, this morning I just didn't want to do anything outside the box. I wanted to get my usual cereal. It wasn't there. I'm really frustrated. Now I have to make French toast. I didn't want to do that. Well, this is why. Today you're going to be more reliant on your patterns. So because of that, this is why you're feeling real disturbed by change. Okay? Now, fire is subdued. The fire element is subdued today, which means you're limited on passion and you're limited on inspiration. So, again, this is why I tell you it's important that you pay attention to these elemental changes, because a lot of times we don't realize how much these elements impact us. The fire being low today and just not really existent, unfortunately, is going to make you feel away, because you're going to feel really frustrated by the fact that, oh my God, I just don't feel like I want to do any of my music making. Not in the mood to write a poem today. I'm really not feeling like painting. I just don't want to do anything creative. I don't feel it today. I'm just feeling like I'm out of sorts. This is why. The fire element in the atmospheric element today is very low. So you're going to feel like if you're trying to do anything passionate or anything with inspiration, you're going to feel like you're pulling teeth to get your inspiration. I got something for that too. You know I'm your coach. You know I'm always going to help you go through these days where the passion is low, the fire element is low, there's a very little water, so emotions are dry. I got something to help you, okay? So, now here's what I want you to consider. I said this yesterday on yesterday's live. I talked about how yesterday it was really kind of frustrating to really feel like you could get somewhere with trying to get emotional balance. So I expressed to everyone that viewed yesterday to go ahead and get your journal out and journal. Write. The reason why is because when your emotions are not really being heightened, they feel a little challenging to even feel at all. This is the day that you want to write and journal, because when you write and journal, you'll start to see, oh my God, I'm getting some things off my chest. Even if you just want to talk about something, some scenarios, or some things you're going through, or something you're kind of wanting to work out, today is the day to just write about it. Not to solve it, just to write about it. Because today is a day to help you to get to release. It's going to help you to get away from feeling so much heaviness because you're carrying a burden. Write. Journal. Journaling is very good for today because it's going to allow you to do what? Face it, look at it, not resolve it, just write it and get it off your chest. Because today is a day that's non-favorable, I really suggest that you don't get into arguments, don't get into combative back and forth with people that, are volatile. You don't want to, anytime you start to see something that looks like it's going to go left, leave. Today is just not a favorable day to be trying to get involved with things that are not going to be beneficial to your peace. So remember, you agreed to having a peaceful life. You agreed to having peace in your life. So it's really important, in order to stick to that commitment, that you go away from being so caught up in drama and back and forth. Your mom, your sister, they can't get along if you paid them. All of those different scenarios that's coming up, you're going to get calls on it today. And that's something you may be like, oh, okay, well, let me think about it. Let me come up with a resolution maybe in a couple days. But I hear what you're saying, but I really can't help you to resolve this because today is not the day. And you can even explain to them, today is a non-favorable day. And maybe they will help to understand that, yes, the elements are not in a good position today. Like I said, so because of that, don't get easily triggered. Today is not the day to do that. It will take you into a deeper frustration than you want to deal with. So just don't bother. So make sure to journal. And the second thing I want you to do is I want you to engage in activities that are going to spark your curiosity and to challenge you to do something different. See, remember I said earlier that the elements are aligned for you to want to be comfortable in patterns, comfortable in the what? The normal. Change up your patterns today. Do something completely different. This is going to help to open you up to something new. And that, my love, is going to be very good, because when we get so caught up in being overly consumed with doing something over and over again, doing something on again, off again, and just finding ourselves just doing things that we do all the time, we don't challenge our mind. And when our mind lays dormant, or our mind gets in a pattern, it doesn't get opened up to new thinking. And when we aren't open to new thinking, we're not challenging how we see things, a lot of times we end up getting stunted in our growth, in our maturity. And that comes from just not having a actual mental state to where we can upgrade ourselves to getting away from getting so consumed with having to be one way that we're always used to being in. Challenge you today. Disrupt your routines. Change it up. If you only do this every day I do this every single day, don't. Do something different. Start a garden today. Start a garden. Go buy you some plants today. Change it up. Don't do what you normally do. Go somewhere different. You always go to the gym today. Change it up and go get a massage today. Go get a pedicure. Do something you don't normally do today. Change it up, because today is the day that we get really overly comfortable with just our regular stuff we always do. Change it up today. Today is the day to do that. Okay? So again, I'm your coach, Carla Nicole. I'm so glad you hung out with me. I'm not going to be on here long. I just wanted to give you a little bit of why you're feeling the way you are. This is why the day is not favorable. It's not one of those great days. So unfortunately, it's on a Friday that the elements are not aligned well, but it doesn't mean that you can't navigate above it. And one thing you can say is that you can't unsee the fact that you know it's unfavorable. And it's not that you can unsee the fact that, oh, now that you know this, you have a different awareness. So actually, this is one of the greatest steps that you took today. You did not do everything in routine. You changed it up. So because you've done that, this is one of the great things that helps you to help yourself. Again, it's very good that you're here. Let me look at some of the comments. Let's take a look. Okay, well, if anyone has any questions, they want to know anything about their um, elements, if they would like to get a reading on knowing about their own soul, living soul archetypes, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I will put my phone number on here. It's 8445 Wisdom, extension 0. And then that way you can reach out to me. Also, um, if you would like to get a reading, it really is $65 for a reading to learn about your soul archetypes. And I also do living soul coaching as well. Also, not to mention, let me tell you this. You can become a member on my Patreon, a Living Soul member on my Patreon for just $7 a month, and you will get actually a whole month of information about the the actual um, elements and forecast, so you have it to be prepared ahead of time with the days. Because again, a lot of times the days are unique, but if we're ahead of the game, we can actually navigate and have better results out of what we want our days to be. And it really helps to get back that balance that you want, instead of feeling like, oh my God, I can't do what you want to do. So this way it'll actually help you. So again, like I said, be sure to navigate here. Let's take a look. So be sure to answer the poll. Be sure to answer the poll. And also, if you let me know your birth date, you can actually learn about your living soul archetypes. So your living soul archetypes are really great to learn about, because again, it helps you to learn about what it is you are dealing with as far as being on the planet as a living soul. We learn a lot when we have knowledge of self. Here's what's true. A lot of times we want relationships. We want love affairs. We want a lover. We want to have a great life. We want all of these things. But oftentimes we miss the fact that yes, we want a good love affair, but we're not realizing how important it is to love yourself. And one of the greatest things about the living soul is when you start to learn about how to love you, you also start to learn how to learn you. What is it about me that I need to learn about? What is it about me that I can actually impact someone else and find myself a lot more excited about being on this planet while I'm here? A lot of people are just living in routines. They're living day to day. They're living without enjoyment. And when they wake up, they're really not excited about it. They're just waking up. And so hopefully if you can find it to be to your benefit, reach out, become a Patreon member, learn all that I have to offer. And again, share this video, become a member, and become a subscriber. I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for spending your time with me. And listen, I hope that this will prepare you for the elemental changes of today. It's your coach, Carla Nicole. I'm signing off, guys. Bye bye.